If your offer is stuck and you can't figure out why, I'm going to show you exactly what's ruining it. And I'm going to break it down step by step for you guys. All right. And if you don't know me, my name is Aramis. I help info operators and coaches identify gaps in their offer that keep them stuck, leaving money on the table. All right. And if you're tired of leaving money on the table and losing sales, listen very closely. Okay. So when I look at the info space today, I see too many offers, all with the same exact feeling, all with the same exact promise, positioning, same everything. Kind of looks like the picture I have right here. But here's the thing. Most creators are not doing at 20K and they're blind to see, right? They're blind to see that their offer sounds like everyone else because they built it without truly understanding who they're building it for. And that same misalignment creates two different problems, okay? It doesn't just kill business, it creates a ceiling, and a specific type of ceiling. No matter how many results you have, or if your work ethic is really great and it's there, your revenue will not move because of the specific ceiling that misalignment creates, okay? And this is not a hustle problem. You're doing enough. You don't need to add more, right? This is a structural problem. The structural problem is the lack of real ICP data and building the offer for the actual ideal client profile. So they guess. They build a broad general offer for a vague client. They overgeneralize it, and that speaks to everyone but resonates with no one, right? You're not getting in their head. You're not creating that parasocial relationship with them, and you're not going into their shoes. And that's why you hit that ceiling. That's why you're stuck at 20K a month. But the end result is that most creators are guessing and wondering why nothing converts. All right. That is the end result for the people in this timeline. And I'm going to show you a different timeline. This is the other timeline, the other side of the equation, where the operators who are winning, the creators who are winning, they aren't just targeting better. They've built an entire funnel around their ICP. And that's why they're winning. That's why they got the trophies. That's why they got the cigars. And it compounds at every stage, okay? So branding that leaves an impact causes customers to act. It causes the audience to act. And it compounds at every stage. Branding that leaves an impact causes the audience to act, right? 68% higher return on investment from ICP campaigns, okay? And 50% lower acquisition cost. Because when you're targeting the exact content that you're making towards your ideal client profile, they feel as if you're resonating with them. You're creating that parasocial relationship with them. So it's a no-brainer that operators who skip the ICP work need to work 5 to 10 times harder. Because the people that already created their offer and their content, curated it all around their ICP, are actually being able to touch those people and get them to convert later on, right? So that brings me to my point, right? So customers are 131% more likely to buy from a brand that educated them first. So here's what most creators are getting wrong. They create content they think is good. This is the biggest part. They think is good. They post what feels right to them and wonder why no one is kind of, being very passionate about their product or asking them or engaging with their product. And the problem is not the content. The problem is who they're creating it for. They're creating it essentially for themselves and their validation, right? This is the subconscious pattern that most of these creators don't even know that they're in. They don't even know that they're in this. So the 4 pillars, and this is the SOP that I'm leading for you guys today, right? I have a whole bunch of SOPs. Let me know, right? So the 4 pillars solves that entire process, right? So the first pillar is attention, where you're stopping, you're getting their attention, right? They could see you, but most creators do the attention wrong. They do the attention style content wrong. Essentially, they're doing all these wild things. They're spilling milk on themselves. They're wilding out all for attention, but it's not building an actual connection with their brand. It's not leading them to conversion, right? So the core difference in the positioning is your ICP needs to see you think, and they need to think that you're different. Not because you told them, not because you did some outlandish stunt, but because you showed them, you explained to them, right? And that leads, of course, into pillar number 2. This is a cascading mountain, right? So pillar number 2, now that you have their attention, you essentially need to now make them trust you, get some credibility / authority. I don't want to overuse that one, right? So you want to show them the thinking behind the results you have, right? You want to teach them something that no one else in the space is actually teaching, right? You want to capitalize off of them coming into your flow and now convert them on your belief. You understand? So now, and it leads, cascading mountain, like I said, to pillar number 3. And this is where the tribe forms. This is where the community starts forming, right? Since you did pillar number 2 correctly and you educated your client base off of the attention that you got from pillar 1, you come now to pillar 3 and you're starting to see that people are beginning to listen to you and you're beginning to actually reflect that frame that you always had. So your ICP ends up reading your POV style content and feels like you pulled the thoughts directly from their mind. That is a parasocial relationship forming, like I said earlier. That is trust being built without a single sales conversion, right? So essentially you're building that trust. They're beginning to like you, especially if you have long form content. You'll understand that long form content is super high leverage when actually building that type of trust with your community base. So building attention style content and then giving them long form content or links within your bio to that is going to lead to you getting more people to see you and trust you, which leads to pillar number 4, which everyone here wants, right? You want it, but you need to actually put in the type of things to go get this result. So for pillar number 4 is where you begin to close the gap between the interest and action. And now, you're starting to display, your screenshots, your case studies, your lifestyle proofing, your transformation, because you want to close them. And the key to this is let your results speak louder than your claims ever would, right? So we don't want to just be LARPing all the time. We want everything to feel legit, to feel official. You know what I mean? So we do it down this type of way because it gets the people to trust you. It gets them to see exactly who you are so that they're able to actually convert off of you. So if you liked what I said today and you think that it's very, very valuable, you could always shoot me a DM in the chats. I'm going to respond. All right. And I can help you guys out. So all in all, at the end, using the 4 pillars allows you to build trust with your audience organically, and building trust with your audience allows you to make conversions in the future. So if your offer is stuck at $20K a month, you need to check if you're even marketing and selling your offer to the right person, because you just might have that whole process wrong. But other than that, guys, I hope that you guys really enjoyed and took a lot of value. The link is there to book a call with me. And also my Instagram is in the bio as well. I hope you guys really retain some knowledge. And if you need extra help, just be sure to hit me in the DMs. Thank you.